What's up guys, BLC here, and we are going to do, or I am doing, a tutorial, as suggested from two of you guys. Um, uh, I'll do, the CC one and the flares as well, because I think that will help most of you out a lot. Well, it will help more people than if I did, the other one. But I will do that one as well, so don't you worry. Yeah, we'll just do both. But for now, we're just doing the CC and the flare one, because I think they go together pretty well. So yeah, here we go. So what we have here is just a still image from a clip, and if you want to put color correction on, you want to first pick your song, of course, because what I do when I listen to a song is I listen to it and I kind of think, what kind of mood does this song well, what kind of mood does this song put me into? And if that's if it's more like a happy song, you want to have a bright color correction, and if it's more other, well, I don't know, more of a sad song. I don't know. You want to do something more dark, maybe even blue, because blue kind of represents sadness, and it just things like that really make a color correction good or not. We're just gonna use one of the songs here from the new Breakdown Sanity album. Not sure which one. You know what? I just found a song and we'll all be happy. Something that's not copyrighted, if you don't mind. Holy shit. What can I... Jesus. Let's just take one of those. I think this one's pretty good. 1 second. Taking forever. Well, maybe not. Hold on. Yeah, I'll kinda. That will work for now. So we have the song. Press L twice on your keyboard to bring up the sound waves, and let me just move it over, maybe to about here, and see what we have here. That's pretty good. So this song is kind of dramatic, right? So what I'm gonna do to just to put my color correction on is to create a new adjustment layer. You can do that by right-clicking in your column in the free space, go to New Adjustment Layer, or you can go to Layer up here, New Adjustment Layer. And yeah, so the first effect we want to put on is the tint effect. Tint is pretty much a black and white effect. You can find that one in Sony Vegas as well. Pretty sure of it. And since this is a pretty dramatic song, you might want to push it up to 60, 70, something like that. And the reason why I put on the tint effect just is that I desaturate the whole colors a little bit, and that will make it easier for the next step. That will make the next step easier, because we're gonna put on just a curves effect, and that one doesn't necessarily affect the colors, but it affects the brightness. So if you do something like this, you see the dark parts get darker because it goes from dark to bright, And if I pull down right here, it will make the dark parts a little bit darker. And for a dramatic song, you want to have like a good contrast. Shouldn't be too bad, too heavy, like something like that. Like that would be too much, I think. Would be fitted for a hardcore song, like a hardcore color correction, but not for this one. So we're gonna have a little bit subtle. And what else you can do with this effect is pretty cool. It's just the red, green, and blue all by themselves. Dramatic is normally, you can either go with blue, a little blue in here. So you bring the red one down and maybe the blue one up. So you have a nice blue color here. But you can also push the red one up, bring the blue down, and you have like a yellowish, orangish little color correction. It's not very very orange or like very yellowish, but it's you can see that's different from before, definitely. And yeah, so that's what I do. Those are pretty much the only effects that I use for color corrections. And if I, well, for dramatic songs, by the way, that's what I'm trying to say. And maybe if you have, let's say a D&B song, something very, very, how do you say it? Happy, I don't know, something very light, something fast. You wanna, I normally still put the tint effect on because it looks better with the curves adjusted, because the colors don't mix up so much. But for this one, we're gonna only set it to 30, so it doesn't affect it too much. And we're gonna put the curves adjustment on as we did before. And because we want to have the CC very bright, we want to have the this part right here where it is, and just bring the bright parts up, so we have a very bright image. And what I like to do is bring the red up, so we have a warm color, nothing too dark, and maybe the blue down, the green a little bit too. So there you go. And what also looks pretty good for songs like that, like a D&B song, is I'll put some glow on, so stylized glow. And this will fuck your image up, but don't worry. We're gonna pull the threshold up till most of the glow is gone. So 100% there's still some glow. Can't do anything about that, but we'll kind of make it a little bit more subtle in a second. So I like to push up the radius of the glow as well to about 50, and that'll make it very very glowy. But we can also lower the intensity, because it shouldn't be too bright, you know. It doesn't look very good. Maybe, well, 0.5 is pretty good. So there you go. Got some nice glow. And to bring more colors into this, you want to go to glow colors and A and B colors. And you can change here the color A and color B. You can change that to whatever you want. I'm gonna go with what can I do? Maybe a red one and a little orangish one here. So you see we have a red glow now. And you can also change the glow dimensions. So what this does, if I set it to horizontal, you just see it only glows, well, hold on. It only glows to the right and left side, so it doesn't glow up and down. But if I set it to vertical, it just glows up and down, and this looks kind of cool. Sometimes if you don't overdo it, like I just did, just to show you, maybe set it to 1 if you have one like that, and something like this. could look good, not necessarily, but you know, just play around with it. Find your own color corrections you like. I'm just giving you the tools, just explaining them a bit, and yeah. So I like doing that for like a fast song, very happy. Well, not necessarily happy, but for the lack of a word here, I'll just use the word happy. And yeah, what I have for I have a color correction saved here, Blues Roxy C. This one's pretty nice. I really like it because it's not too the contrast isn't too bright, too heavy, and it's a little bit blue. Get the green down a bit, the red as well, and the blue just a touch. So it doesn't actually differ too much from the original image, and that's about it. It's the only two effects I used for this color correction. But what's really nice about this color correction, and that brings me to the next topic of flares. If you put a flare on, you do that by creating a new solid, by the way, and then go to effects, video couple optical flares. That's what I use. You can use what's it? Null Light Factory, I think, on Sony Vegas. I'm not sure, but I like to set it to add, and you see I only have the flare now. And what I like to do with this color correction is go into the options, and then hold on. I think this one looks pretty good. It's called Sanker 16. Yeah, there you go. If you have optical flares from Video Copilot, go look at this flare right here. I really like it because if you put on some lens texture, like a dirty one, I really like that one. It looks pretty cool, and with the CC, it really goes nice if you set it to an orangish color, something like this, a bit more orange. And you see, it has like a contrast of colors here. You have blue CC, but you have a orange flare, and you I really like that. So you want to set your flare to the color that well, you want to adjust it to your color correction. You don't just want to throw in like a really weird looking flare that doesn't fit your color correction at all. So if you know what I mean, it's yeah. So I really like this one. Just set it to orange. That's the same one I used for that edit for Obey XO. I don't know why it's not showing. Actually it is. Yeah, I used that color correction for Obey XO's episode. I hope you all see this or have seen it, and yeah. So that's pretty much it about flares. I don't know what else to tell you. But just just what I want to tell you is that choose the color of your flares according to your color correction, and your color correction, you want to choose your color correction to what song you actually chose. Don't, well, it's pretty obvious, but don't put like a weird looking colorful CC on maybe like a pretty dramatic song, like an epic song or something like that. By the way, for epic songs, I like to push up the tint and have just a nice contrast, and that's about it. That's what I do for epic songs. But yeah, just to show you that. Yeah, so choose your color correction according to like for the song you want, and just think about it. Maybe you could even think a step ahead and think, what kind of flare would I use for this? What kind of flare can I use for this color correction? Could I even adjust my color correction to well, to make an effect like I showed you before, like the contrast of the orange and the blue? I just think a step ahead, and I think you're pretty much set with what I've said right now. And yeah, I will do the one with the breaking up 3D text, or the breaking up broken 3D layers next. So if you guys want to see more, just give me a like. Let me know I don't do too horrible. And yeah, so give me some suggestions as well. By the way, I don't want to think of like effects and no one will watch it. But if you want to see something to be covered, just throw it at me. I really want to do what you want to see, so that helps me out a lot. And yeah, till next time, it's from BLC. Goodbye.